personal profitability, or Rosenberg.com. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Eric Rosenberg.
Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Eric Rosenberg. I am so excited to be here today. My background, I have 2 finance degrees. I used to run a bank branch. Now I am I'm actually a professional blogger.
I started blogging in 2006. I created a site that was called eric1985.blogspot.com.
I write about personal finance. I also do a podcast and videos and my own website. When you were a kid, people often said, what do you want to be when you grow up? And what did some of you want to be when you grew up? Shout it out.
Wolverine.
Did anyone say they wanted to be a podcaster? Because podcasting didn't exist yet, right? I actually started my personal finance blog in October 2008, so that makes me a dinosaur in blog reviews. So when I started, I remember the first time I got a sponsorship for $10 to write about this British financial product. I was like, this is so cool, I could go to the bar and buy 2 beers for what I got. With inflation today, you'd be lucky to get 1 beer with that. People want it to be perfect before they launch. They're striving for perfection, and they're afraid if it's not perfect, that people won't love them, and their mom will disown them, and they will be sad. To me, personal brand is what gets me hired, and what makes me look like an expert to the types of companies I want to work with. So for me, that's personal finance, entrepreneurship, travel, and technology.
There is something in the world that you know more about than anyone else. I guarantee there's at least one thing, and probably more. And of those things, there's probably something that people out there find really interesting. You know, they often say, fake it till you make it. Absolutely, this is the case and on the internet. You know, you're not sitting in an office staring at someone in the eye, you're typing to people, you're controlling your communication flow. And you can present yourself in a way that projects you as the expert.
You want to get a domain. Now, it should not ever end in .blogspot.com. It should not end in .wordpress.com. Have your own domain that ends in .com. It should be Googleable, it should be easy to find, search engine friendly. Because it's more about quality than quantity. You want those gold egg posts. You want great content that people are really going to care about, rather than just a bunch of short posts that, kind of suck. The person who sits at the desk next to you might get the exact same paycheck, but their personal finances look so different than yours. And the same thing happens with your next door neighbor. They might live in a similar cost apartment or house, but they might have a whole lot more or a whole lot less in savings. You never really know, so remember that personal finance is personal. Your spending should reflect your values. A lot of people just spend on what their neighbors spend on or what their friends spend on without thinking for themselves, well, I don't really care about that thing. Thinking about where are your target customers going to be already. And if you can put yourself in front of them at the place they're hanging out, they're more likely to think of you when they're ready to make the sale. You don't ever want to take Social Security after age 70. Once you're 70, you will always want to take it at that point. If you're 71 and you have not yet filed for Social Security, you might want to make that phone call today, because the maximum benefit you will ever get is at age 70.
And 2015 was also the year I had a daughter, a 1.5-year-old baby girl. And when she was 6 months old, I decided to do the responsible thing as a new dad and quit my job and sell my house and move somewhere more expensive.